Hello YouTube and people of the interwebs, welcome back to another Doctor Who preview video. Today, it's our last preview of the season. It's our last preview until around December time. But today, I bring you the advanced preview, the breakdown of the synopsis and cast list of the season finale, Empire of Death. Episode 8 out of 8 of the new Disney Plus Season 1 Doctor Who. So, let's catch you all up with a bit of today's news. Number 1. A publication which I shall not name, probably breaking an embargo, released a really spoilery review. I only read the first quarter of it and then noped out. I don't want to know, and it's why I'm not naming the publication. Do not go looking for it. Like, you'd be mad. It's only about 48 hours or so until the episode actually airs. Try and avoid spoilers at all costs. They haven't spoiled anything major. They haven't told us exactly who the big bad of the season is, but they have said a couple of things which I wish I hadn't read, and it's annoying that I read. But I think this publication have probably been told off by the BBC, as their article has vanished from the internet. But if you go digging, you may be able to find a couple of people talking about it. Try and avoid it is my advice. Theories and speculations is all vibes, but don't find that review. Be careful. But an interview that's not really spoilery in the Radio Times magazine, which I got earlier, and I'd recommend getting. It's got a lovely double-page spread on this new finale, and an interview with Russell T Davies. I've picked one interesting quote from that interview here. He says, "In answer to whether all of the series' mysteries are going to be solved in this finale, I can promise that 99% of mysteries are solved. We're not doing one of those open-ended, weird, come back next year things. I mean, one strand very clearly leads to next year, but it'll do it so loudly it'll slap you in the face. Otherwise, I can promise you absolute answers." Thank you, Russell. Thank you so much. One thing I was slightly scared of was that we were going to get one of my least favourite Doctor Who endings to a season finale is Series 5. Not only because I think it's a little bit convoluted, but also there's so many open questions, and what I love about some of Russell's work is you get the answers. You get the definitive, this is it. It's why usually some of my favourite Doctor Who stories like World Enough and Time and The Doctor Falls or Stolen Earth and Journey's End are the conclusions to eras, because seeing everything get paid off is so satisfying. And yeah, hopefully this means we are going to get an answer to the one who waits. Now, the plot synopsis for this episode isn't spoilery. It's very vague and could kind of be applied to any Russell T Davies finale ever. But if you don't want any spoilers at all, either skip ahead in the video or get out and go and watch one of my other videos. Just gonna jump in quickly. If you're enjoying this video, please do remember to like, comment, subscribe, share and turn on the notification bell. It really helps me out a lot and it allows me to keep YouTube as a primary source of income at this current moment. I really appreciate all the support, the amount of subscribers we've gained in such a short period. Fantastic. Oh, I'll take a breath. Thank you for subscribing. TV Zone earlier released this article, the synopsis, time slot and cast list for Doctor Who finale Empire of Death. There's a very, very interesting person in the cast list who isn't a spoiler because I'm pretty sure it's a code name, but we're going to try and decode that code name with theories. No leaks, theories. But before we get on to that, we will just have a look at this. The synopsis. Empire of Death, episode 8 of 8, airing on the 21st of June 2024. It's got a runtime of 54 minutes, which, thank the Lord. Oh, one of my only things with this series of Doctor Who has been that the episodes, although it is typical fan complaining, but the episodes have felt a little bit short. I've always wanted an extra 5 minutes. I mean, an extra 5 minutes of Doctor Who whenever is brilliant, but the fact that this is almost a feature-length, hour-long special is brilliant. Especially when you combine that with The Legend of Ruby Sunday, it's going to be movie length. This is basically a Doctor Who movie, hence why they're showing it in cinemas. Let me know in the comments if you're going to see it in the cinema. I am, and I absolutely cannot wait. But I'll stop rambling. Let's get on to this synopsis. The Doctor has lost. His ageless enemy reigns supreme. Okay, ageless enemy, is that in a literal context or like a cool branding, the ageless enemy, an enemy of old? Or is the enemy literally ageless? Maybe I'm being a bit dense here. I don't know. Let me know your theories on that in the comments. But yeah, ageless enemy reigns supreme. Sutek, Omega, the Trickster, the Nightmare Man. It's probably not the Nightmare Man. I don't know. I'm so excited. It's going to be a supernatural villain. And a shadow is falling over creation. Nothing can stop the devastation. Okay, we're going full Infinity War Avengers Endgame level threat here. The universe is turning to dust. It's disintegrating. If you look in the trailers, there's swarms of sand sweeping through the cities. I'm trying to remember that quote from Ghostbusters where they're like, complete meltdown, blah, blah, blah. Some nerd in the comments remind me of what it is. But this is a cataclysmic disaster, except perhaps one woman can save the day. Now, who is this one woman, you might be asking? Well, it's probably Ruby, to be honest. Or there are a lot of women it could be, to be fair, which is what really piques my interest here. Could it be Ruby? Could it be Mrs. Flood? Could it be Susan Triad herself? Is Triad the key to solving this problem? Maybe Susan Triad unleashes the problem, Susan Triad can fix the problem. Or maybe, it's a very, very interesting person in the cast list. So let's move on to discussing the cast list. Have Ncuti Gatwa as the 15th Doctor. And, oh, brilliant. No need to comment here. We know the drill. We've got Ruby Sunday, played by Millie Gibson, Kate Lethbridge-Stewart, played by Gemma Redgrave, Melanie Bush, played by Bonnie Langford, Susan Triad, played by Susan Twist. Okay, is she the one who waits? Final predictions, I don't know. Intrigue, mystery, etc. I'm so excited for this finale, if you couldn't tell. I genuinely don't think I've been this excited since, like, 2017's The Doctor Falls. Rose Noble, Donna's daughter, played by Yasmin Finney. Harriet, no surname, played by Genesis Linnea. In my last preview video, I theorised, and I'm going to theorise again, Harriet doesn't have a surname. Why? Because Harriet Arbinger. Just like Henry Arbinger in The Devil's Cord, she is the harbinger for whichever godlike being, supernatural force of evil, is about to come and wreak havoc. Maurice Gibbons, played by Lenny Rush. That's really exciting casting. Like, Lenny Rush, he's great. Colonel Ibrahim, played by Alexander Devrient. Then we get into the mystery, the intrigue. Corporal Sullivan. This has got to be either a reference or a relative of Harry Sullivan from the classic series, 4th Doctor Companion. It's nice to see that UNIT are keeping things in the family, like Kate Stewart, Corporal Sullivan, Osgood. The very mysterious, possibly evil Mrs. Flood. I don't know why I did that as if there was a pantomime audience. Everybody boo. Mrs. Flood, played by Anita Dobson. Carla Sunday, played by Michelle Greenidge. I'm so glad we're seeing more of Carla, Mrs. Flood and Cherry. That whole Sunday family, it's just such nice vibes. I really love them. Yeah, Cherry Sunday, played by Angela Winter. Then here we go. Who on earth is Kind Woman? Maybe we're way overanalyzing this, and she is just going to be a kind woman who has a very small role. But Kind Woman is played by Sian Clifford. Kind Woman. Susan Foreman. I'm telling you now, it's the Doctor's granddaughter, maybe. I mean, I'm probably running away with myself with theories there, but she could be. This is the Kind Woman, that's not a character name. Unless it is. But I think this is hiding the identity of a major player in this episode. Possibly Susan. We've been built up throughout the series. The Doctor mentions her, properly name drops her in The Devil's Cord. So maybe that's coming full circle and Susan is going to get a name drop. More than a name drop. Maybe she is the woman that helps save the day. Maybe Susan somehow has the key to all of this. Or maybe I'm being a bit too Doctor Who-brained, and this is going to be the actress who plays Ruby's mum. Maybe she's a god, and we're going to find out why Ruby was left on those church doorsteps. Maybe she's actually playing the villain, whoever the supernatural villain is. Let me know your theories on who Kind Woman could be in the comments down below, because then we've got the Vlinks, played by Aidan Cook. Then the voice of the Vlinks, played by, surprise, surprise, Nicholas Briggs. This is the guy who does the voice for the Daleks, the Cybermen, the Jadoon. Basically, every voice in Doctor Who, it's Nicholas Briggs. And he's in Torchwood Children of Earth as a politician. And then finally, it's written by Russell T Davies. How exciting is this? There's so much mystery, so much hype, and I just cross my fingers that it all lives up to it. I genuinely cannot wait. Let me know theories in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please do remember, as ever, to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It really helps me out a lot and allows me to keep YouTube as my primary source of income at the moment. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.